Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I want to talk to you guys about the tanker. It's the KC-135 straddle tanker. It's what we call it in the Air Force. The tanker is an aircraft refueler. It's used to refuel different types of aircrafts, from fighters to bombers to cargo aircrafts to radar aircrafts to pretty much any aircraft that has a capability of being refueled. We touch, whether it be Air Force, Navy, Marines, Army aircrafts. It doesn't matter. The 135, it pretty much extends the range of the aircraft that it's connecting to. It passes gas to them and allows them to complete longer missions, allows them to extend their range, and pretty much cuts down time of productivity. It makes them more efficient because they don't have to land to put gas anymore. So there's a big step for the Air Force. It's played vital roles in major conflicts such as Vietnam, Desert Storm, the war in Iraq, war in Afghanistan. So it's played, a huge part in American history. Well, more recent history. Um, the 135 first came into service in 1957, so exactly 57 years old now. Um, from 1957 to 1966, the aircrafts uh, were being manufactured pretty much on a daily basis. 820 aircrafts came out, from those 7 years, and it was a big hit for the Air Force. It was a big step up because we were upgrading from prop jets, which were propelled jets that used the fan propellers. They just weren't keeping up with jet powered aircraft anymore. So we upgraded to the 135. Came with jet engines, and we're able to keep up. Later on, we modified it so it'll be more fuel efficient, and so it was a big splash for the Air Force. What it what it does is more behind the scenes. So when we're talking about the Air Force, we're talking, usually you're in a conversation about the Air Force, and it includes fighter jets. It's including cargo jets. It's including, bombers. I mean, not many people want to pay attention to, the refuelers, but an in-flight refueler, plays a huge role. Like I said, it extends ranges. It extends, operation times and whatnot. We had 24-hour coverage the day or the week after. Within a week of 9/11 attacks, we had 24-hour coverage, pretty much over Afghanistan and Iranian airspace, and that was possible through the 135. The 135, we have a huge fleet in a deployed location, approximately 2 hours from the AOR, which is the area of responsibility, and we would fly up. We would connect with the bombers and with the fighters to continuously have 24-hour coverage for our ground troops in that area. And we were surveying everything, so it was a big role, especially in this recent in Desert Storm, and we're talking about the war in Iraq, the war in Afghanistan. So it's going to be a huge part of American history. Let's see, the way it connects to other aircrafts is by a component. It's called the boom. It's a modification that Air Force did to the Boeing aircraft that Boeing manufactured. So we attached this boom to the back of the aircraft. We created this window so they could see what they're refueling. This boom flies down. So I just want to paint an image for you. So the boom flies down from the back of the plane, and the jets are coming up, and they hook up, and when it makes a connection is when it starts to refuel the aircraft. When they're done, the aircraft pulls off, we fly our boom up, and then it goes about its business. So it's a pretty awesome thing. I uh, I cited a link, or I cited a page online. It's called Confessions of a Boomer. So, and it's talking about crazy stuff that they seen on September 12th, the day after 9/11. It was pretty crazy. They were seeing aircraft come up to put gas and being dispatched immediately for ground support. So the aircraft would gas up, and in order to dispatch and get to wherever it needed to be faster, it would drop the tanks that it just gassed and pretty much turn the engines on and roll out and provide air support for ground troops that were under fire or that needed their assistance. So it's pretty awesome. The the 135 just, and there's not much that's going to be able to do it justice. Its missions, its impact in air refueling and impact and efficiency is just unmatched. There's nothing else that's going to come out that's going to make such a great impact like the 135 did when it came out. So I want to leave you guys with a acronym. It's NKAWTG. Um, it's a little inappropriate, so I'll substitute the A with a B, but it's no one kicks butt without tanker gas. Anybody on an Air Force location or that ever worked on a tanker will appreciate that. So, um, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys learned a little bit. Feel free to email me if you guys have more questions, and I'm going to link some pictures to the posting or the discussion board so you guys can see them as well, so you know what I'm talking about. So, thanks again. You have a good night.